Good evening. I hope I find you well. This nice sunny evening now has turned out. Bit of rain this morning, but it's lovely to see it turning out now. And I have some clothes that I put in the washing machine there this morning out in the sun house. And I'd say they'll be drying out with a nice, there's a good strong wind there and a bit of sun, so but they'll be looking all wealthy, isn't it? So we start off with our hymn, so we will. And come on down here, Sacred Heart of Jesus. Come on down here and join the flow. Sweetheart of Jesus, fount of love and mercy, today we come thy blessing to implore. Oh, touch our hearts, so cold and so ungrateful, and make us love thee more and more each day. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Sweetheart of Jesus, make us pure and gentle and teach us how to do thy blessed will, to follow close the print of thy dear footsteps. And when we fall, sweetheart, oh, love us still. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Isn't that lovely? Up you go, Sacred Heart of Jesus. Keep an eye on things. Now, here's one for our Blessed Mother. Hail, Queen of Heaven, the ocean star, guide of the wanderer here below. Thrown on thy surge, we claim thy care. Save us from peril and from woe. Mother of Christ, star of the sea, pray for the wanderer, pray for me. O gentle, chaste, and spotless maid, we sinners make our prayers to thee. Remind thy Son that he has paid the price of our iniquity. Virgin most pure, star of the sea, pray for the sinner, pray for me. Now, Blessed Mother, up there and keep an eye on things as we motor along. Now, I was away from Wednesday the 18th to Monday the 23rd, 5 nights, over in um, near a Porto and staying in the Vasen Hotel, lovely hotel, family run hotel, and with a grand room up on the third floor looking out in the garden and very quiet and peaceful. And I met some lovely people on my way over, and I was sitting separate because there was a full plane load going to this Porto, which is near the sea, beside the sea, and I only found that out 2 days before I was going, because the lady that looks after the society, the Blessed Andrina Society in Ireland, Ursula Hoppinger, a very nice lady. She mentioned something about some place in Spain that you could go to, and for some reason I got the impression that it was inland. But it was only when I was reading a book about Blessed Andrina's life, about 2 days or so before I was going, I discovered that it was beside the sea. And the last place you'd be going to Spain in the fit. And I did say that to her, but I wasn't told it was beside the sea, which it is. But Ballazar now was not. Now it was probably beside the sea, but it's you don't see the sea when you're in Ballazar. So I got taxis. I got taxi to it Thursday, which was dear enough. It was nearly €60, like going, and then I'd ring them and come back and pick me up. I got a bus then one time, but it goes up there. Then the roads are very narrow, and there's houses everywhere. There's too much building, I'm afraid, and it wouldn't be my cup of tea to be herding a car there, which I could do because I drove in Spain and France, no bother, years ago. But then I was a bit younger, but I still was old enough. And but I wouldn't fancy doing it there because of the narrow roads. It's a holy dread, and the bus was able to go fast enough. I don't know how they managed to do such a thing. So the bus, and then you have to wait for it coming back. And because they don't run on a regular basis, it's often a grab of a couple of hours, which is a very unsatisfactory service, considering Blessed Alexandrina, a lot of people go and pay homage from all over the world, I would think. Because there's a picture of her, and she's lovely. Yeah, I kind of was. It was. I visited her home as well. While I was in the church, and I I bought some items too in their shop to have. It's not open on a regular basis. And one thing that they don't have, believe it or not, they don't have uh, postcards. Now that's a big remiss. As I was asking the sacristan that was in the church, there's a nun there too. Any postcards? No. And I couldn't see any postcards in other places that I was in. There was none in the hotel, which normally in a hotel like that, where you have visitors from every place, which I was talking to some of them. There was one lady, Lucinda. She's Portuguese, and her husband, she brings him up as well. She has to link him when they're going anywhere, walking, we'd say, because he's liable to fall. And she says people often think they're still low, but it's for for his safety. But there's no harm to still be very fond of the person when you're stuck with him that long. But she was very helpful, and she drove me. She showed me where the sea was and the long beach. Oh, goodness, it's a very long beach. And she brought me to the metro because when I was in Cork, the bus station, there was a very nice man there called John. He could speak English. He went to university in Wales or somewhere, and so he was very helpful. And they said I could go to the airport on the metro. So Lucinda, that lovely lady, she had a lovely Mercedes, and brought me to it. And then when I was on there was a man there. They don't have an officer or anything in there was, we would say, an employee of the the metro system. And I asked him which train to go to the airport. And he said, this one just coming. So I got on it. And then there was a lad then sat in front of me later on. It's a good crowd in the train, I thought, or the metro. It's like a train as far as I'm concerned, but they call it the metro. And the lad I was talking to, Igor, I think his parents or grandparents were Russian, because Igor is a Russian name. But he could speak good English, and he told me the station, it wasn't towards the end of the line like what they had told me in the main railway station. It was, he said the station to get off, and then you'll get the airport there. And when I got there, I had to ask somebody what platform, because there was one across the way, and there's no bridge or anything to walk across. You just walk across, the line. And so that's what he told me. And you'll see the, so, and I think it mentioned to another man there, a youngish chap, they can speak English, and he said they'll be up there and you just see Aeroporto, and then that's the one you get on. And I did. So they were very helpful. I found the Portuguese very helpful. And that's how I was visiting Blessed Alexandrine. And I got Mass on Sunday, 11 o'clock Mass, and it was packed. And it was a lovely choir. And God, they sang beautiful hymns. And it's up near the front. You couldn't see them. I thought, funny enough, it sounded like it was in the back, but no, it's up in the front. They don't have a gallery with the wee organ, and it was beautiful. But there was ladies talking. There was too much others participating, ladies, and well, now I wouldn't know what they were saying, but and then when I went in, there was somebody talking up on the altar. So I thought it was too much talk, if you know what I mean. You go there to get the mass, not a whole heap of other things. And the priest come out and I don't know what way he said the blessing, but he spoke about other stuff. And the way, like, we'll say, the blessing that you kneel down then. Oh, by the way, that's it, where you kneel, it's all hard. So there's no cushions as we have here in other churches. You don't have to be kneeling on the hard thing. There's items on the where you kneel that makes it not so hard. So it's a bit hard there. These are the features that you notice. So it was a very good experience, and I found the Portuguese friendly by and large. Well, I did. I found them friendly and helpful. Um, it'd be better if there was more straightforward information about going to Balazar, which is where Blessed Alexandria is, and I hope she'll be made a saint by the new Pope, Pope Leo XIV. She's protected her virginity at 14 years of age. Her and her sister Diolinda, and another friend, a cousin, they were sewing or stitching upstairs in a nice house. I visited the house and saw the bedroom of and I took pictures with my phone of Blessed Alexandrine and her sister next door beside a separate bedroom, and lovely, a nice window looking out, and then a bed for the visitor, and then the mother was another room, and then I saw the kitchen and the range and firewood that they would use, so that a good bit of comfort. Blessed Alexandrine was born in 1904, and when she was 14, three bad men, one a former employer who didn't honour what her mother had requested, that she be able to go to Mass every Sunday. And she didn't allow that, he didn't, and he worked on far more harder than was correct. And him and two other kind of drunkards coming to molest him. And they locked the door, but they found a ladder and got up that way. They were just absolutely evil incarnate, in my opinion. Now, I didn't ask anything about them because I didn't want to confuse myself. But I'll find out on the internet, is there any, I wouldn't like to be any of their descendants. I'd be ashamed. And to do such, she jumped out of the window and 12 foot, and she injured herself. God help her. And but she got a plank and went back and bet the video those jokes and ran them, so the other two girls weren't molested. So she protected her virginity, but she was confined to the bed at 20 years of age for the next 30 years. Thereabouts. She died in 1955. And while she was still alive, there was thousands coming to visit her. Her name spread. But the Archbishop of Braga took notice of people that were not good. And he the priest that was her spiritual advisor, Jesuit, I think he got transferred to Brazil, and another priest as well. And then for the last 13 years of her life, she only lived on the Eucharist, and she was brought to hospital and that. But that Archbishop, did he visit? He did not, and he should be ashamed of himself. Some of these archbishops cause more trouble than they're worth. They don't seem to have the spiritual gift of recognizing a saint when they see one. But anyway, Pope John Paul II had no problem. He made her venerable, and then he beatified her. He beatified her, so she's blessed, and she's honoured. And I hope Pope Leo XIV, the new Pope, will make her a saint, and a saint for chastity, in ladies particularly, because they can be, they have to be careful to protect their virginity, as blessed Andrea. And chastity is a gift. It's a gift, and it's the best thing for everybody to have it. It's not preached enough in my book by the priest, and preached in a practical way to respect yourself, and respect your body, and respect others of the opposite sex, the ladies. It's not always done, is it? So there we are. I could speak more. I'll speak a bit more about tomorrow about some other aspects. There we are. I speak a bit more about things and about my experiences here, there, and yonder. Bye now, and enjoy the rest of your evening with the sun out. You get a bit of suntan. I got a bit of a colour over there because it was warmer there. And I'll talk about going for a swim, and I'm trying to go for a swim. Mum's the word. Talk about that tomorrow. Bye now, and enjoy the rest of your day, evening.